What Rumi and Max Planck knew about consciousness and reality. What if the world you see isn't the real one? What if the material universe, the very stuff we're made of, is just a shadow cast by something far more fundamental? This isn't a New Age thought experiment. It's the radical conclusion reached by two of history's most brilliant minds. One, a 13th century Persian mystic and poet. The other was the father of modern quantum physics. In a stunning convergence across centuries, both Rumi and Max Planck pointed to the same astonishing truth, that consciousness is not a product of the physical world, but its very source. Prepare to have your perception of reality shaken to its core.
My dear ones, let us consider what we call real. Do you see this hand? It casts a shadow. But is the shadow the hand itself, or merely its form?
Maulana, but the hand feels solid. It is here. The shadow is a fleeting image. Is not the solid hand more real than the shadow?
And yet, my son, what give the hand its shape? The very light that shines upon it. The substance of the hand. It is energy, a dance of atoms. This solidity is but a perception of a deeper, unseen reality.
Maulana, if this hand is not the final truth, then what is the true hand? What is this deeper reality you speak of? There is an unseen knower, a consciousness that precedes and contains all matter.
Do not look to the physical world for reality, my son. It is but a beautiful, fleeting dream.
Look inward, to the quiet place, where the shadow maker is revealed. This is the place of true substance.
Maulana, if this world is a shadow, then are our feelings and thoughts also just illusions? Is our sorrow not real?
Sorrow is real, my son, but it is a reflection of our belief in separation. When we feel disconnected from the source, the illusion of being alone gives rise to sorrow. But the feeling itself is a call to return to unity. Imagine consciousness as a great river. We are not just a single drop in this river. We are the entire river, flowing through every drop.
And what is the force that connects these drops? It is love. Love is the primary force.
The substance of this fundamental consciousness. Without love, there is no river. If consciousness is all that is real, why does the physical world feel so real? Why can I not simply pass my hand through this table? Because the Creator has given the shadow its form, its rules. The shadow must behave like a shadow.
This world is a beautiful game, dance. The table is solid because the consciousness plays as the table wishes it to be.
The ego, the I, is a cage of our own making. But when we shatter this cage, we find our true self, a boundless consciousness, a love that flows through all things. We are not just Ahmed or Mahmoud. We are the breath of the Creator.
Maulana, how do we begin this journey? If the mind is a creation and the world a shadow,
What is the first step on the path to this fundamental consciousness?
Do not seek the answer with your mind. It is in the silence that follows your breath.
The search ends not when you find the answer, but when you realize you are the answer.
If the body is not our true self, does that mean our actions do not matter? Does it mean we should not care for our bodies? The body is a beautiful vessel for the soul. Care for it as you would a fine instrument, but do not mistake the instrument for the music. The music is consciousness, and it is eternal.
And this inner journey, is it a solitary one? Do we find consciousness alone?
No, my son. We are all on the same path, and we are all connected. The journey inward
Reveals our unity with all others. The heart knows no separation.
Every particle of dust, every drop of water, every star in the sky, they are all breathing the same air of consciousness.
When we feel lost, it is because we have forgotten this. We have mistaken the shadow for the hand.
These texts, all of them, they point to a single truth, that the root of all things is not material.
Then reality is not discovered by the senses, but by the soul?
The senses are a gift, but they are a map of the shadow. The soul is a compass pointing to the true source.
So be like a tree in the wind. The leaves may shake, but the root is firm. The root is consciousness itself.
And the purpose of our lives? To become aware of this root, to remember our divine origin.
This is the true work. All else is the preparation for this single discovery.
The search ends not when you find the answer, but when you realize you are the answer.
Gentlemen, we have delved into matter with unprecedented tools, but the deeper we go, the more it seems to vanish. Then what is the foundation of our reality? Is it all just an elaborate illusion? I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness.
Everything that we talk about, everything that we regard as existing, postulates consciousness. There is no such thing as matter per se. We cannot get behind consciousness. It is the very foundation. Behind this force
is the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter.
For the spiritual thinker and the quantum physicist, the path converges. We find that the world is not a collection
of separate pieces. It is a unified field of consciousness, in which all particles are a manifestation.
This is a beautiful philosophy, but where is the proof?
The proof is in our most fundamental discovery, the observer effect.
an electron force that chooses a position. The electron, the particle, seems to wait for our conscious observation to become definite.
That suggests that consciousness is not just observing reality, it is creating it. How can our minds affect the external world?
Is it? Is it? Consider the alternative. If matter is all that exists, then how does a collection of atoms
rise to the very? Atoms do not think. Atoms do not feel.
Professor, if consciousness is fundamental and matter is derived, then was consciousness here before the universe? Before the Big Bang?
Yes. Consciousness is not bound by time or space. It is the timeless source from which all physical
reality, including space and time, emerges. The universe is a thought in the mind of a great, conscious, and intelligent mind.
Because awareness is not a product of matter. Matter is a product of awareness.
We are not just separate observers. We are a part of that unifying field, that mind.
So our minds are not just machines that interpret the world. They are a part of the mind that creates the world?
Our universe is not a machine made of cogs and gears. It is a thought, a conscious creation.
And these equations are simply the language in which that thought is expressed.
This gives our work a new meaning. We are not just analyzing cold, dead matter. We are deciphering the mind of the universe.
Thank you, Professor. The universe seems less a puzzle and more a home now. So the world is not separate from us. We are an integral part of it.
Precisely, Carl. Your consciousness is not an afterthought of matter. It is a portal to the fundamental truth of the cosmos.
The search for truth does not end in the laboratory. It begins with the realization of the consciousness within.
all matter vibrates with this conscious energy. The table, the chair, the air, everything is a song of consciousness. So, your body and your mind are not separate from the universe. They are the universe, expressed in a unique form.
We are not random accidents of matter. We are a part of a great, conscious design. This knowledge does not diminish us. It elevates us. It gives our lives a sacred purpose.
For our search for truth is not about conquering the world. It is about understanding that the world and our consciousness are the same.
From the Mevlevi school of the 13th century to the German school of physics in the 20th century, two paths separated by time and discipline converge on a single radical idea, that consciousness is not a byproduct of matter, but its very source. Maulana Rumi taught that the physical world is a veil, a fleeting dream cast by a fundamental, divine consciousness. Our goal is to awaken to this reality, to dissolve the illusion of the separate self or the ego and discover our oneness with the divine. Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, reached a similar conclusion from the opposite direction. He saw that the deeper he probed into matter, the more it dissolved into a field of pure energy. He concluded that an intelligent mind or consciousness must be the ultimate source, the matrix from which all matter is derived. Both Rumi and Max Planck are conveying the same message. What we see as a solid, separate world is an illusion. True reality is an interconnected field of consciousness. We are not just temporary bodies, but expressions of this eternal, fundamental awareness. In a world where we feel lost, this philosophy offers a powerful solution. Our job title or social status does not define our identity. It is in our connection to the fundamental consciousness. We are not a drop in the ocean. We are the ocean in a drop. This perspective transforms self-discovery. It is not about finding an external identity, but about turning inward to recognize the eternal self that is already whole. Our purpose is to remember who we are, not to become someone new. Fear and anxiety are born from the illusion of separation. When we believe we are fragile, disconnected beings, we are afraid of loss, of change, of the unknown. But when we understand we are part of an eternal consciousness, fear dissolves. We are home.
In this
We are
modern
safe.
world, we
The
learn to
feeling of
share and
isolation
to
is a
help one
symptom
another.
of forgetting our connection. True community is not built on shared interests, but on the shared essence of consciousness that unites us all. The quest for meaning ends when we realize that our life itself, every moment, is a purposeful expression of the universe's conscious will. We are here to experience, to learn, and to contribute to the grand design. When we see nature as an other to be exploited, we harm ourselves. But when we understand that the earth is a living, breathing part of the same consciousness, our actions become an act of love for ourselves. Creativity becomes a direct channel to the source, a way of bringing the unseen into the seen. So turn inward. Look not with your eyes, but with your soul. The universe is not out there. It is in here, in the silent, timeless space within your heart. And find the light that is within all things. In this understanding, empathy is not a choice. It is a recognition of self and the other. To know this is to be truly free. Free from the past, free from the future, free in this very moment. Sleep and waking, life and death, they are not opposites, but two states of the same eternal consciousness. For when you stop searching for consciousness, you realize that you have been breathing it all along. If this video touched your heart, subscribe. It's inspired by the timeless wisdom in the 7-book Rumi collection by Dr. Farid Mostaman. Whether you seek healing, love, clarity, or growth, these teachings will guide you inward to the truth of who you are.